and welcome back. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I ended up spending the entire day with family and stuffing my belly with all the good foods. Thanksgiving is one of my favorite times of the year. Just gathering with family and then getting to just eat. So today we are in the world of Willow Creek, which is a base game world, and I decided to build a 2-story home for a dad and his 2 sons. And I recently did a single mom's home, and y'all seem to really love that one, so I decided, why not make a single dad's home, because there are plenty of single dads out there raising their kids. So on the first floor there is the dad's room, a little boy's room, 2 full baths, and the kitchen, dining, and the living room. And upstairs is just 1 bedroom, and I made that for a teenage boy. And the upstairs room, it kind of reminded me of like an attic type room, you know what I mean? Like, if y'all ever seen Home Alone, the first one, where Kevin has to sleep in the attic, but it's like a bedroom up there, So that's what popped in my head when I was doing the floor plan. So the story behind this family is that the dad has always had sole custody of the boys, and they had been moving around a lot because the dad is trying to find, the best place to raise his boys. So he came across this piece of land here in Willow Creek and decided, this is perfect for my little family. So he purchased it and started building his home. And this is now where they reside. So I did get this floor plan off of Rollo's floor plans on Instagram. So I will try to link the Instagram page in the description down below, so go check them out. I've mentioned them in a couple of my previous videos. It is a Instagram page with floor plans made specifically for The Sims, so definitely go check them out if you haven't already. There's so many great floor plans, so yeah. And roofing this thing on the side, it looks like half the house got like completely chopped off. I think it's because of the way I roofed it. Like, I should have roofed it another way, but this is what it ended up looking like. So yeah, just ignore that. It looks like half the house is missing, but it's not. So I just went with a simple dark brick and like a brown wood kind of for the rest of the house. And as far as landscaping goes, it's really not a lot. The backyard is quite small. There is a swing set back there, a fire pit with a couple chairs, and the little bubble smoking area. I guess that's what you want to call it. And then there is a little deck with a craftsman table and a barbecue pit. So yeah, I didn't add a lot of trees either because where this lot is located, there's already a bunch of trees around. So I didn't want to clutter the yard up too much with trees. So there is some bushes, and I went with some yellow flowers throughout because I didn't want to add like purples and pinks, because it being a dad's house. So I just went with some simple yellow bushes, and I think it turned out pretty good, actually. Normally I kind of go heavy on the landscaping, but I just didn't do it here. And this is the a 20 by 15 lot, so I do think this house is a decent size for this lot. You could always make something smaller, but I just ended up putting it here because I feel like it fit right here. So yeah, I am just going around working on some landscaping, and then I did use this space game fence, and I didn't like the gate where I wanted to put it, like the post. It wasn't lining up on both sides, so I ended up kind of just making my own little entrance by just putting a diagonal piece of fence that you see me add back there, and you'll see it again when we go to the backyard. So this is one thing that I do not like about raising a house up, is that when you try to put any objects near it, they want to float. So for some of the landscaping, especially in the backyard, I did use the tool mod just to lower the landscaping things into the ground. You definitely do not have to use the tool mod. One thing you could do is either landscape around your house before you raise it up, or if you've already raised it up and you want to add landscaping, just drop the house back down to ground level, add your landscaping, and then you can raise it back up and it won't move the landscaping, or it won't affect the landscaping. So yeah, there's an option if you need to do that. So here you see me add these yellow flowers in the window boxes. I do end up deleting those because I felt like it was kind of too much. So I do go around the house and just a little bit and delete those. You'll see me do that in a minute. So as far as the front porch goes, really, really simple. I just put these chairs here and a table, and that is it. I did try to find something to put in that little piece off to the left of the porch, but I wasn't liking anything and I couldn't find anything. So if you ever have like that kind of space on your porch, what do you put in there? I guess I could have put like a hanging plant or something, but I just left it alone. And being a dad's house too, when I think of a dad's house, I don't think it's too much clutter. So yeah, the porch is very simple. So moving on to the floor plan, or moving on to the inside, like I said, I feel like this floor plan is a decent size for a 20 by 15 lot. So yeah, just working on the inside. The 2 bathrooms down here, I feel like I could have put maybe a bathroom upstairs for the teenage boy, but I didn't. I just went with the floor plan and put both of them down here. One of them has a stand-up shower, and then the other one has a bathtub shower combo. Just because of the toddler boy, I wanted to add at least one bathtub so he could, take a bubble bath or play in the bathtub. You know how little kids are. My son just turned 7 months a few days ago, and he loves bath time. He makes a mess in there. Oh, I'd be soaking wet. The water's all over the floor, but gotta let him have fun. So yeah. As far as wallpaper and flooring goes, I did try to keep it pretty simple. I wanted to keep a cozy feel to the house. So in the kitchen, I did use a lot of Parenthood. And then throughout the rest of the house, I tried to use base game items, but I wasn't liking it. So yeah, multiple packs have been used. But yeah, in the kitchen, this floor plan or layout for the kitchen, I've never decorated, I guess you could say. So I did kind of struggle at first, trying to decide where I wanted everything to go, but we managed and we persevered. We made it through it. But yeah, I just went with this red color and cream color. And for the top cabinets, you will see me use that like dark red color. I felt like it was too much dark in there, so I did end up changing them to a cream color, which you will see in just a second. And The Sims has really been messing with me here lately. I don't know if it's my game or if I'm accidentally pressing a button, but I ended up decorating the whole kitchen, and I saved the game and I went to another part and I came back and all the decorations in the kitchen were gone. So you will see me decorated here, but do note that the screenshots at the end, I did have to go back and redecorate the whole kitchen. So I kind of tried to remember where I put items, but yeah, it's definitely not the same as I'm doing it now. So just take note of that. So on the other side of the kitchen, across from the refrigerator, there is that stand-up cabinet. And what I did under it, I had the red box there, but right here I decided to clutter it up kind of like a clutter drawer or a junk drawer. You know, everybody has them in their home. So I tried to do that here, and I think it turned out so cute. It's just another cute clutter thing to do in the kitchen or on a desk. The box was from, I think, Dream Home Decorator, and then the other clutter items are from Everyday Clutter. And yeah, I added the glasses here and just the little holder with the pens and the scissors, because every junk drawer has random pens. Half of them probably don't even work. You know, half of them don't have lids, markers, you know, all the good things. But yeah, I am just going to clutter this up, and I will see y'all guys in just a second. And I added this little cork board here, and I just put some post-it notes on it because I figured like maybe the dad or somebody collected postcards, and I never really used the postcards, so I just realized that you could actually change the scenery on the postcards, which I didn't know, so I feel like I might use those a lot more now. But moving on to the dining room, I do end up using the table from Parenthood, and in the floor plan it had the table kind of like that, so I was gonna leave it like that, but then I moved it because I'm like, it takes up more space right here, and I wasn't sure exactly what clutter to put in the dining room, so I just moved the table there to kind of take up some more room. And I did a black backsplash in the kitchen to kind of just add some color back to the kitchen. I think it turned out pretty cute. And moving on to the living room, I try to keep the greens going throughout the house. So these are just the base game couches, and I ended up using that trunk for a TV stand, and I add some kids activities in here, like the chair. There is a critter basket over there by the lamp. And I think that's it. I think I was gonna add the toy box from Parenthood, but I couldn't find a spot to put it, and that toy box is pretty big, so I have shrunk it down before and used it that way, but I just decided to leave it out. I think I go back and add it in the little boy's room, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I just wanted to give cozy, comfy vibes throughout the whole house. So yeah, here I'm just picking an end table, and I don't know if I added it in here. I might have removed it, but cats and dogs, I do add a little dog corner over here in the living room, and that pack comes with a the little floor vacuum circle thing. I forgot what they're called. And ended up picking one out, and I was like, you know, that looks like a pancake with a piece of butter on top of it. And I wasn't quite sure if that's what it was supposed to be or what, but then I took it off, and on the base it was an egg and a piece of bacon. That is so cute. I had never knew that piece even existed. There's the breakfast one, there's a cat one, I think there's a little shark. So when the shark leaves his little base thing to charge, it's like a what are they called? The red and white life circle things. I totally forgot what they're called. But yeah, it's cute, and I did not know that was there. I was gonna add that in the house, but I couldn't find a little spot to put him, so I think I do deleting him off. So anyway, moving on to the little boy's room. Y'all bear with me. At first, this room, I was not sure where or how I wanted to decorate it. I do know that I wanted to go with dinosaurs. So, yeah. Starting out, like I said, it was a little rough, but it does come together. And it turned out so cute, y'all. So just trust me on this. So these are little toys that I ended up sizing up. And the big stuffed animals, those are already big. So I just shrunk one of those down. And the other ones, the two smaller ones, were like really small toys. So yeah, if you're ever looking for like clutter pieces, or like even with the little dolls, if you just size them up, they look like life-size stuffed animals or life-size dolls. So I've definitely done that before. It's another option, especially if you struggle with kids' rooms. I add them in all of my builds just about, and struggle every time I do it. And every time they don't get any better. They still looking rough. But it also might help if I get, more packs that are tailored to kids, maybe, But yeah. I add a bookshelf over here in the corner, and then a little later when I do the teens room upstairs, I do come back to this room and I add some shelves on the wall. I think they're from Cats and Dogs, maybe. But they're cute shelves, and I do add them to the wall, so you will see that a little later as well. So behind the dresser, you just see me add these little wall details. It was so cute. I made it look like the little dinosaur was standing on top of the dresser, and the clouds and the trees. What kid wouldn't want that in their room? So yeah, moving on to the dad's room. I do know I wanted to keep his room very simple and very clean. So the bed and his room set are from high school years. And I just angled this TV kind of at an angle, so if he's laying in bed, he can watch TV. And then on the other side by the door, I add a little seating area with some bookshelves and a chair. And when I was decorating this house and I came across this picture of the guy and the dog, it made me want to do like a house for a military dad. But I just stuck with my regular little plan that I had, just sole custody of the kids. It's just him and his boys. But yeah, that was going to be one of my options, and I might do that one day. I do have some veterans in my family, so I think that would be cool to do a build inspired by all of our military. So make sure you're subscribed because that may be coming out soon. So moving on to his little nightstand. I struggle with cluttering nightstands. I normally just go with an alarm clock, the picture, and a plant. But over here I used the little box with the watch in it, and a little trinket box, and tissues, and all the good things. So yeah, turned out all right, I guess. So moving on to this bathroom over here. This bathroom is a blue theme bathroom. Pretty simple, just your regular bathroom items, nothing special. And then the other bathroom, it has a stand-up shower in it. So yeah. So now that Thanksgiving is over, I'm curious who all has their Christmas tree up. I was not able to put my Christmas tree up after Thanksgiving this year, but maybe next week I'll get to it. I really want to put it up, and my Christmas tree is at my mom's house, and I've been there like 2 or 3 days this past week, and every time I go, I told my husband I was going to get the Christmas tree. And today he was like, if you don't get the Christmas tree when you go back to your mom's, I'm getting a real Christmas tree. And I don't have anything against, a real Christmas tree, but I like my little fake Christmas tree. It's cute and it's not as messy as a real tree. I mean, I guess it depends on how long you have your real tree and how often you water it, I guess. I don't know. My in-laws, they do, they get a real Christmas tree and they decorate it. So, yeah. I don't know. Do y'all use real Christmas trees, or do y'all have, the ones you could get from Walmart that are fake? But yeah, my theme for my Christmas tree is woodland. It has been woodland for, I think, the past 2 years, I think. My husband loves owls, so, I went with woodland. There's owls all over the tree, so I don't know, I may switch it up. Now that I have my son, I wanted to do Grinch theme. At Hobby Lobby, I think it's Hobby Lobby, they have the Grinch little train that goes around the Christmas tree. And it is so cute. I have to get that for him. And maybe next Christmas though, because he's not quite old enough yet for it this year. But next year, maybe I'll do Grinch. So yeah, I'd like to know in the comments down below, what is your theme for your Christmas tree this year? Yeah, give me some ideas. So moving on upstairs, this is the teen boys room, and I just figured, he's the popular high school teenage boy. So his room is blue, black, gray. I think there's some white in here. Just all things school related. There's some school flags hanging on the wall. And yeah, I was originally going to add a TV in his room, but I was not liking how it was looking, so I ended up just using a small little dresser from Tiny Living, and I put a fish tank, the graveyard fish tank. It's a base game little fish tank. I ended up putting that on there. So yeah, here I am just cluttering the top of his desk up, trying to clutter it, just kind of make some mess in his room. Definitely not too messy, but I do kind of clutter it up around the desk a little. But yeah, I think I like his room the most out of this whole build. Not something I normally do. And I was originally going to give him a bunk bed and put the desk under the bed, but then I was like, he's a teenager. Is he really going to want a bunk bed? Probably not. So this dresser right here, I really wanted to use, but I didn't realize that the knobs were like crystal kind of looking. They were shiny. They looked very girly to me, so I did not add that in there. Ended up adding this little stand-up shelf that's halfway open. It's got some clothes and some shoes, I think a backpack in it, because I really felt like that would be in a boy's room. I mean, even a girl's room, I guess. But over here on this wall, these are the school flags I ended up using, and I add a chair and just kind of like a little seating area for him up in his room. So moving back down here, the shelves that I use, they look like, am I gonna add them? Maybe here in a minute. Yeah, these. Aren't they so cute? So cute in a nursery or a little kid's room. So I ended up just putting those there, and I put a piggy bank and the little open book thing from I forgot that pack. Tiny Campers, Little Campers, something. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that book was from there, so I added that in there as well. So that was all for the little boy's room. It turned out so cute. Definitely could have been a lot better, but maybe one day I'll get good at decorating these rooms. But yeah, back up to his room, I just add some shoes, and I try to clutter up this corner a little by the end of his bed. But I ended up just putting a chair there, and the little calendar thing with a little slide so he can put like random things in there if he needs to. But yeah, this is all for his room. I don't think I add another rug. Yeah, I don't. But yeah, this is all for his room. I love how it turned out. It was so cute. Looks very masculine, very boyish to me. So moving out into this little hallway area, I originally had this shelf right here, but I was like, you know what, don't like it. So I ended up changing it for just this little bench right here, or this little shelf, and I put a plant and a little thing from Horse Ranch. It's the little tray with the candle, the book, and I think something else. It's just like a little clutter piece for the table. And added another window and some curtains, and that is all for here. I didn't want to clutter this up too much either. And then the wall across from the window by the stairs, I just left it blank because I had no earthly idea what to put up there that would make sense, you know what I mean? So by the door, walking in, I was going to add the rack with the coats and the boxes on top, but I did not like how it was looking, so I made my own shelf with just some miscellaneous things, plants, and a basket, and I added like a certificate above the door too, because I was thinking maybe, I don't know, the dad got a certificate in something, or it's his degree that he wants to show off. So I put that up there, and then the umbrella and the coat rack. And then over here, I didn't want to leave this area blank either, so I cluttered this little shelf up. This is between the dad's room and the little boy's room, so I just added some miscellaneous clutter on here and called it a day. I think it was super cute, and it's like a picture, a statue, you know, just some random things that you might find, and then this very random picture. I like the colors in it, so I added it. Very random. But yeah, and I had a lamp in the hallway, and then I just clutter up the living room some more and go on to the outside. So I will see y'all guys on the outside in just a second. Now moving on to our rather small backyard. On the deck, like I said, there is a craftsman bench. There is a dog toy thing, and I added the generator because what dad does not have a generator at their house? Maybe 1 or 2 generators. But yeah, I think it would have been cool too if this house would have had like a garage or a shed in the back to add all kinds of like tools and just debug items, you know, all things that a dad would have. So yeah, that would be another option too. If you want to add on to this house on a bigger lot, you can add that and then clutter it up with all things dad activities. So I added this little swing set and a little little fire pit area. And here I'm using tool again, just to push those plants into the ground because I was struggling and I didn't want to fight the game trying to get them to click. So I just used a tool to put them where I wanted to put them. So over here is the little bubble area. I guess that's what you call it. I should really look at the name of it. I know it's a bubble something. Like you can inhale flavored bubbles. So yeah. I just add some plants around it. These are the plants that I use all around the lot and these rocks. I think the landscaping turned out really good. It is something very simple, but very clean and pretty to me. Like I feel like this is the landscaping of a dad's house, you know what I mean? Not too much landscaping because maybe he doesn't tend to the yard a lot, but yeah. I'm just adding some little patches of landscaping around the house, and that is all. This is all I have for you today. I hope you all have enjoyed. Please consider subscribing. It is always free. Just hit that little subscribe button and the little bell so you get notified when I upload a video. And as always, like and comment, and I will see y'all guys in the next one. Bye.